Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. What a day of Test cricket! Amazing. First, India completely dominating the first session, picking up 5 wickets. Akashdeep, what a debut for him! Dream debut. He could have got more wickets if he didn't bowl those no balls. मगर जबरदस्त bowling कर रहा था, ball अंदर लेके आ रहा था at good decent pace. It was a great start for him. And then the spinners came into it. Jadeja, Ashwin, they bowled pretty well. Unfortunately, Kuldeep didn't get as many overs, but hopefully tomorrow we get to see him bowl more. But overall, it looked like a rank turner. England will get all out for 250 or 200. But Joe Root, man, he's playing traditional Test cricket again, and I think the pitch kind of forced him to couldn't take as many chances. But he played sensibly. He didn't give any chances this time around. I think towards the end there were some DRS calls which could have gone India's favor, but they didn't have a DRS with them. But overall, what an innings, man! Exceptional 100 from Mr. Joe Root. Yes, we have to do the vertical stream. We tried to do it, Karthik, it failed. So we're gonna try again and see what happens. Sorry about that, but we did try honestly. But yes, it was an incredible Test innings from Joe Root. He's still not out 106 of 2020 of 226 deliveries. He has Ollie Robinson right now for company. दोनों का partnership 50 plus हो गया अभी और बहुत अच्छी batting. अगर आप Joe Root को देखो, he took his time this time around. Not too many extravagant shots. Cut उन्हें जबरदस्त खेल रहा था. Back foot पे बहुत powerful था. That 4 also to get to his 100 was incredible. It was a very very good innings, and I think England have a decent score now. It's I know people were calling it a rank turner in the first session, but I still feel, yes, there is turn. It's going to be a difficult pitch. So I'm still not sure exactly how good of a score this is. This could be an amazing score because if the pitch starts to deteriorate, फिर आप बैटिंग पहले करें तो आपको एडवांटेज रहेगा. It could be an amazing score, but I still feel day 2 will be decent and you can still score runs. So if England do get all out, then India have to take the initiative, try to get to close to England's total as much as possible, or even overtake it and get a good lead. Because I think fourth innings में मुश्किल होगा चेस करने, ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है. इवन आज आप देख लो, balls were turning sharp. Jadeja was getting it to rip. वो भाई, they burned that. Man, they need to calm down on the reviews. They burned that review जो completely miss हो रहा था. And then जहाँ पे plum था, I think Robinson plum था, reviewing था बचा हुआ, and the umpiring was poor as well. There was 2 reviews which were overturned. They were giving the wrong decisions throughout the day. So I think you need to keep your reviews unless you're 100% sure, especially when it's like, going down and stuff. You got to just think and take umpire's call into consideration also. Okay, theek hai, shayad it might be umpire's call, let it go. Because there were some decisions where, like, India, if they had a review left, it would have been overturned. So I guess also, like Rohit Sharma, he did get couple of reviews right, so it gave him that confidence. Let's go for it. Lekin I think today the first half of the day belonged to India, and Akashdeep the second half belonged to Joe Root. A lot of criticism that he suffered in the past few days, few weeks. Uske runs nahi aa rahe the. A lot of people are saying he needs to cut out the reverse sweep, this, that. Honestly, he didn't play Bazball, but he did play a bit more traditional. Lekin don't be surprised if he plays the reverse again, or he plays anything like that. I think the conditions forced him to play in a certain manner, and he's an incredible player. Like, he can adjust, and theek hai, ab out hote hain and stuff. But we said even at that time, it doesn't look like he's out of form. He just needs to play a bit sensibly according to the situation, and that's not easy. But today it was even harder to play sensibly because aapke paas wicket nahi bache the. It was him and Folks. That was like the last partnership. But not only did he build with Folks, then he built with Robinson too. So he is looking to take this innings as deep as possible. आप जितना भी रन मार सकते हैं मार दो पहले इनिंग में, और इंडिया प्रेशर में डालो. अगर आप इंडिया देख रहे तो इंडियन पर्सपेक्टिव अगर आप देख रहे तो it'd be extremely happy with the first half. Second half, like, looking at the score, you won't be too shattered. लेकिन हाँ, ऐसा भाई एक टाइम पे 100 for 5 थे, तो they would have felt like 300 के नीचे तो निकाल देना था, all out कर देना था. मगर England के spinners are not as experienced, so they need to take confidence from that and try to look to attack them. But it is dangerous. It won't be straightforward. That's why this is going to be a very interesting test match. I still don't know which direction it's going in. I feel that England have done a very good recovery, so they're back in the game, and maybe they're slightly leading the game. Lekin I don't know which direction it'll take, because how the pitch will behave, how the England spinners will bowl, how the Indian players will play the England spinners. That's a pivotal point in that test match. Agar Hartley comes in, picks up 3-4 wickets early on, or if Bashir picks up a few wickets, they'll get that confidence. Even Joe Root is already confident. I'm sure he'll bowl too, because uska century bhi aa gaya bag mein. He is looking to win this test match, I think. But India, again, they shouldn't be too shattered. They shouldn't be too disappointed. because there's still a big long way to go in this game. Big part of the game to be played yet. Abhi 4 दिन बाकी है. Shayad it won't last as long, but it should be there. As long as Root is batting, England will be in control. Yeah, I mean, he batted with so much control today. Excellent batting. His shot selection was sublime. His defense was solid as well. And he did not look like he was going to get out. It was outstanding. And it's a tough surface. आप देखो, कोई भी बॉल आपको निकाल सकता है ये सर्फेस में. कभी नीचे बैठ जाएंगी, कभी बाउंस हो जाएंगी. लेकिन he made sure that, no, I got to settle in and I got to play a proper innings. And it's not easy to do that. Everyone says, okay, look, this is the Joe Root we wanted, traditional and this and that. It's easy to say, but to actually implement that movie on a Turner, it's very difficult. And he showed his skill today, man. It was an outstanding innings. Absolutely world class, Joe Root. And uske abhi 10 100 ho gaye India mein. That is incredible, man. Against India as well, he has a lot of hundreds. I think 10 against India overall. In India, I don't know how much he has, but he is right up there. I think he has 10 in India, and Smith has 9, if I'm not mistaken. Ibrahim Bhai can second me on that. But whatever the record is, it's outstanding, man. It just shows the class of the player. And whenever, you count out these players, Root, Williamson, Kohli, Smith, they always come back and, they show their authority, they show their class, and he's shown it today, man. It was a very, very good innings. From India's point of view, I would have liked to see Kuldeep Yadav bowl more. I know जब दो spinner रहते हैं Jadeja और Ashwin के level, it becomes difficult to use the third spinner. But जब आपको wicket नहीं मिलती थी, जब partnership build हो रहा था Fox और उसका अपना Root का, जब आप try कर सकते कुछ different, the leg spinner will provide wicket taking opportunities. He might get hit, but that's where you have to take that gamble and try to push for the wicket. You have to be more aggressive in your approach. I don't think at that time, if you're just going to go with the same thing, the batsmen also get used to what they're going to face. They know कि भाई ठीक है यहाँ पे होएगा ऐसा होएगा. I know sometimes you need to give a bowler a long spell, मगर जब आपको wicket तोड़ना है, wicket निकालना है, partnership तोड़ना है, वो time पे you should try something different. And I think Kuldeep Yadav should have gotten a spell over there at least when that partnership was going between Fox and Thing. And even the Robinson one, he got a couple of overs towards the end, but I would have liked him to get more overs early on because they can try something different. They always have that option. He's a world-class spinner himself, and he can always find a way to get a wicket. Even if he gets hit, the wicket is the important part, breaking the partnership. And going into tomorrow, look, England will like to extend it as much as they can, 350. If they get to 400, that's a big bonus, especially considering the fact they were 112 for 5. So उन लोगों के लिए बहुत बड़ा relief रहेगा if they get to 400 from here. And then it's about India. For them, it's about getting them all out as soon as possible, because देखो अगर आप ये partnership तोड़ दिए फिर उसके बाद it's just Bashir and what's his name? Is it Bashir and Anderson? I just say they can also score runs, but India should look to wrap this up as quickly as possible, because the more they're going to let England score runs, the more difficult it become for them, because they have to take a bigger lead and make sure that they don't have too many runs to score fourth innings. Because मेरे को ऐसा दिख रहा कि fourth inning में इस पे बैटिंग करना मुश्किल होगा मेरे हिसाब से. तो already we've seen turn, we've seen bounced. It's not going to be easy. We've seen invariable bounce as well. It's gone up and down. So I wouldn't say it's like a Bunsen burner, but it's a difficult pitch to bat on. And the more runs that you concede, it'll add to that pressure going into the fourth innings. So India will look to wrap this up as fast as possible. England will look to score as many runs as possible too, just so that they have a good advantage going into the next innings. And it gives the bowlers also thoda sa cushion, because if they get Ben Stokes' captaincy, he likes setting attacking fields. He likes to go for those wickets. So, jitne runs aapke paas rahenge, it allows you to be more aggressive in your field approach and gives you that wicket-taking opportunity. And that is why I think he'll be looking to think. There's also that celebration, Pinky wala. Mere ko to samajh mein nahi aaya kya hai wo, lekin I'm sure it is something. That it's an inside thing that they have Stokes and Root, and it was great to see, because this is Ben Stokes' leadership. He backs his players. It doesn't matter how much they fail or whatever it is. He knows they will come good. He's backed Joe Root. He's come and scored 100. Whether he's changed his method or whatever it has worked for him, he's still done it. And scoring 100 in India, it's a difficult feet on these kind of pitches, जहाँ पे turn हो रहा first session में, second session में, पहले दिन पे turn हो रहा, तो इतना easy होता है. आपके 5 wicket गिर गए, 100 run है board पे, तो there was a long way to go. And the way he's built those partnerships with Fox and then Robinson, it's put England in a good position going into day 2. That's what I feel. Both PS and W matches heading towards exciting finishes. Yeah, very exciting. I'm just looking at that right now. the Delhi Capitals scored 171. Right now, Mumbai need 40 of 22, and then Sultans need 36 of 19 against Peshawar. There are 4 wickets left. So, dono exciting. I will try to finish watching that as well, because those are some exciting games too. And it's been a full cricket day, very entertaining day. We've seen some quality in the Test match. We had the T20 also, where Australia pretty much crushed New Zealand. If I just get the score up for you guys. Australia scored 174 all out, New Zealand 102 all out, and आपके जो Adam Zampa 4 wicket ले लिया, and Australia are looking very strong right now going into the T20 World Cup. They've looked strong in all formats, to be very honest with you, and it's crazy how they're adapting. T20 is probably not the strongest, but they still have a very good team, and they will look to win this World Cup too. Maybe a farewell for Warner finally. So yeah, it's been a very good cricketing day. The Test match, like I mentioned, I really enjoyed it. Very gripping. Something in it for the bowlers, a lot in it for the bowlers, but then the batsmen also, they stuck it out. Joe Root made sure he stood there till the end of day, scored his runs, and got to a magnificent 100. And it's very good to see contributions from Robinson folks. These are very vital contributions, because जब एक partnership लगती है, फिर थोड़ा सा opposition में shoulders start dropping, they also start panicking a bit. It forces them to make mistakes, bowl a bit of wides, do some midfields. So it's very important that, especially when you have a set batsman and not too much batting left, that one or two stick around and ensure that he gets to that 100, and they try to capitalize on getting as many runs as possible. Because England देखो पहली batting करे तो उन लोग को फायदा उठाना है उसका. They need to have runs under their belt so that they can put pressure on India. And now I think they just around about have the runs now. 300 plus means they can really put the pressure on India with the ball. I mean, I still feel that India are in it, and by no means that they're out of the game. They can overtake England to lead also. From what we've seen so far, there is something in for the bowlers, and if England exploit that well and pick up 5-6 wickets of India early, then they are in control of this Test match. So that's what they will be looking to do. India will be looking to wrap this up and get as close as possible. Rohit and Jaiswal will have vital roles. I mean, the way Jaiswal is playing, jab aap purple patch mein rehte, you have to try to capitalize on that. Rohit Sharma is also coming off 100, so they will be confident. But it will be an interesting game. I don't think I don't think it'll be one-sided. Especially, I don't with England scoring 300. Yeah, I think it should be a good game. But anything can happen in cricket. India can get bundled out. India can score a lot. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. It should be a good day. But yeah, so we have the Australia beating New Zealand. Right now, there's 2 good games going on, the WPL and PSL. The Delhi Capitals versus the Mumbai Indians, and then the PSL Zalmi versus Sultan. दोनों अच्छे मैच चल रहे, तो वो आप लोग देख सकते हैं. और फिर कल हम लोग day 2 के लिए मौजूद रहेंगे. We'll come and we'll discuss. Hopefully Faiz will join us too, and we will discuss what's going to happen on what happened on day 2 and what's going to happen on day 3. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you, Karthik bhai, Ibrahim bhai, for joining me today. Really appreciate it. But yes, I will catch you guys hopefully tomorrow. Thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned to Chasing the Target.